You know, in our constant rush for growth, what if we're ignoring a fundamental law of nature? So today, let's explore a simple observation from the natural world that could completely change how you think about leadership and even your own personal development.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a simple truth, one that nature lives by, but our fast-paced culture, well, we often try to ignore it. This one idea is the key to understanding the physics of leadership that we're about to unpack.
And to really get this principle, we don't need some complicated corporate case study. Nope. Our lesson actually comes from something much more fundamental, a mulberry just slowly ripening in a garden. So if you've ever seen mulberries growing, you've probably noticed the different stages. The bright red ones, they look so tempting, right? Almost perfect. But if you actually try one, wow, it's surprisingly tart. It has all the signs of being ready, but it's just not there yet. It still needs more time, more sun, basically more energy to become what it's truly meant to be. And this is just a perfect parallel for the journey of an aspiring leader. That red berry, that's your ambitious, high-potential team member. They're vibrant, they're full of promise, but they're still unseasoned. And they need more than just time. They need experiences, mentorship, targeted training, even the space to fail and learn. That's the energy that's required for them to truly mature. Okay, so this isn't just some nice poetic metaphor. It's actually grounded in a principle that's as reliable as a law of nature. And this is where we get into the real physics of leadership. Here's the core concept. Growth, whether it's in a berry or in a career, it's a lot like thermodynamics. It absolutely demands a non-negotiable exchange of energy. You can't just jump from an unseasoned state to a mature one. It requires the input of deliberate practice, of absorbing feedback, of navigating really complex challenges. There are just no shortcuts. Right. So what happens when our whole professional culture tries to defy this fundamental law? Well, you end up creating a system that's just a recipe for frustration, for impatience, and for burnout. I mean, think about it. We build entire systems basically designed to bypass the process. We demand the fruit now. We push for that stellar quarterly result without a solid foundation, or we hand out a senior title and just expect immediate seasoned impact. We want the destination, but we refuse to honor the journey it takes to get there. And here's the really crucial part. Trying to force that growth isn't just ineffective, it's actually destructive. Rushing the process with way too much pressure or by cutting corners, it doesn't get you the result faster. It just spoils the fruit. So if we can't fight this principle, how do we work with it? If maturity really can't be hacked, then how is it mastered? You see, the path to real maturity isn't about some big, heroic, one-time effort. Not at all. It's built on a really simple, repeatable framework. Small, consistent actions repeated patiently over time. That is the formula for meaningful transformation, whether you're training for a marathon or building a career. Consistency compounds. This phrase, right here, is the engine of growth. It's just like the daily input of sunlight that transforms a tart berry. Consistent effort is the single most reliable force for our own development. It might feel slow, but it's steady, and ultimately, it's unstoppable. And that brings us to a final and honestly maybe the most important shift in perspective here. It's about completely reframing how we even define progress itself. I want you to think about this the next time you're feeling impatient with your own progress, or maybe when you're evaluating a team member who isn't quite there yet. Just look at that red berry in its tart, unfinished state. Is it a failure? No, of course not. It isn't failing at being ripe, it's succeeding at being a red berry. It is perfectly on track in the process of, well, becoming. And that's such a crucial distinction. Being in process is not a sign of failure. It is the very definition of growth. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Where are you demanding ripe fruit from a growing plant, either in yourself or maybe in your team? It's a good reminder to be patient with the process because genuine, sustainable maturity can't be hacked. It has to be grown.